Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ifrad Hussein, the reporter for today. I will be discussing about the training and development in PA 231 Public Personnel Administration. So, the content of our topic for today will be the introduction to training, need for training and development, importance of training and development in organization, differences of training and development, systematic approach to training, assessment phase, training and development phase, evaluation phase. Basically, training and development involves improving the effectiveness of the organizations and individuals and teams within them. Training may be viewed as related to immediate changes in organizational effectiveness via organized instruction, while development is related to the progress of long-term organizational and employee goals. Um, Training helps the employee to do their current job, no? While development helps the individual handle future responsibility. Uh, There's a quote according to Nehru that training is expensive. Without training, it is more expensive. No, many organizations uh, spend too much on the training for their employee to be well equipped of what the knowledge or skills that their organization needs, so they can level up with the level up and compete with other organization. Hmm? Uh, Training. Training helps to bridge the gap. So the existing skills, knowledge, and attitude of a certain employee, uh, training bridge the gap to the required skills, knowledge, attitude of the organization so that they can work productively. Next slide is that training is a planned effort by a company to facilitate employee learning of job-related competencies. These competencies includes the knowledge, skills, or behavior abilities, KSA, critical for successful job performance. No? Also, training is a function of human resource development. No? As we can observe, when hiring an employee, a certain organization requires that if you observe, there is a criteria for at least minimum of 2 years experience, or some must have undergo this kind of training for them to qualify for a certain position. Uh, as I can give an example regarding the if you want to apply in a government agency, especially you're applying for directorship or division chief in a certain office, you need to undergo the supervisory development training provided by the Civil Service Commission. It is a 120 hours training. No, if you don't have that kind of training, most probably you will be disqualified to apply for that position. So, yun. Let's move on. Training is given on 4 basic grounds. Number 1, new candidate who joins the organization. Ito yung mga nag-o-onboard pa lang, so that they know what is the mission, vision of the organization, which direction do the organization should go, no? And then for them to help in reaching that objective. Refresh and enhance their knowledge, no? Kung medyo na-stagnate na yung mga knowledge nila, kasi yun nga, parang nakafocus lang doon sa work, and then yun, para ma-refresh yung mga previous knowledge nila. So, the other one is implementation of updates and amendments, no? For them to know na yung mga current trends, no? For them to compete in the market, no? So, especially ngayon, we are more on mga high-tech na, yung more the use of the modern technology, no? If before, we are using, kumbaga, yung mga typewriters, now we are using the computer, we are in the cyber age na. For promotion and career growth, no, ito rin yung as a while ago we point out na if we want to apply for the directorship or division chief of a certain office, you need to undergo certain trainings that required by the law or by next slides is about the benefits of the training. So, improving employee performance, updating employee skills, no, when we undergo training. So, nag-a-add yung ating knowledge, skills, no, from our previous one. So, may mga add-ons, kumbaga, we learn through undergoing training. Avoiding managerial obsolescence, no, yung pagiging obsolete or yung pagiging unuseful ng isang manager, di ba? Pag we undergo training, so na ano nga yung knowledge and skills natin. Preparing for promotion and managerial succession. So, may iba, they are attending training for that kasi magre-retire na yung boss nila. So, they need to undergo certain training for them to be qualified to apply for the higher position, no? One is we need to undergo certain trainings nga if we want to apply for higher position kasi maybe our head is planning to retire, so for us to apply for that for his position or her position, we need to undergo certain trainings, no, for us to be qualified. Retaining and motivating employee na this one, if we are given sa trainings, no, by our manager or employer, uh, they are asking, oh, you need to attend this training, it suit your skills, no, and that you must attend nga kasi may ano siya, may tiwala siya sa iyo. So sometimes it motivates you, creating an effective and efficient organization, no, because of the training that we undergone, so we can use it in our organization that become an effective result in our organization and objective. Improves moral of employee, it improves also the moral of the employee. So the next slides will be the methods of training, no? We have the on the job training and off job training. Number one is internship. On the job training, methods by which employee are given hands-on experience with instruction from their supervisor or other trainer. Employee are trained at the actual job location. New employees observe work and they try to imitate. Yun. Yung mga, iba, we are familiar of the on the job, yung mga OJT during our college days, no? Just like the internship, basically it is a short term training na mga 120 hours or 360 hours, no, that being required to us, no, for the to finish for us in a certain subject, no, yung during our college days. So job rotation, you are assigned from workers rotate through variety of jobs, no. This allows flexibility and create task variety. This is effective if you are planning to apply to be the manager kasi alam mo yung mga trabaho sa bawat departamento. Committee assignment, you'll be assigned in different committees, apprenticeship, and coaching. This is a one-on-one teaching, no? Or training. Temporary promotion, ito yung mga OIC or yung mga officer in charge, no? Off-job training, we have the special curriculum and classes like the case study method, role-playing method, lecture method, incident analysis, audiovisual. The simulation were vestibular training. Okay, we have the off-job training, organizing special curriculum and classes like the case study method, role-playing method, lecture method, incident analysis method, audiovisual, simulation, vestibule training, management game, program instruction, organizing conference and seminars. So that's the example of methods of training. Next slide is about the what is the difference. The difference between training and development. No? Training is mostly short term with concrete goal, while development is a long term activity with the goal that are open ended and ongoing. Training focuses on the role, while development focuses on the person, di ba? Yung training nga focus on the current job, and development focus parang futuristic siya, no? Training revolves around immediate present needs, while development is more conceptual and focuses on overall progression of the individual. Training enhances the knowledge of or skills for a particular job or role, while development activities are futuristic. Training programs are group focused where more than one individual participate in the organized group events such as workshop, classes, and seminars. Development focuses on career building and progression. Um, the organization takes the responsibility of the training, while the development activities tends to be more of a personalized experience. Next slide is the development. Employee development, it is a joint initiative of employee as well as the employer to upgrade the existing skills and knowledge of an individual. Employee development goes a long way in training, sharpening the skills of the employee, and upgrading his/her existing knowledge and abilities. Per professional growth, employees' development activities must be defined keeping in mind an employee current stage and desired stage. Knowing an employee current and desired stage helps you find the gaps and in which all genre he/she needs to be trained on. Human resource professionals must encourage employees to participate in internal and external trainings, get enrolled in online courses to increase their professional knowledge and contribute effectively. While personal growth, employees start taking their own work, taking their work as a burden only when the organization does not provide any added benefits or advantages which would help in their personal growth, no, na basically in my own understanding, this personal growth focuses on the physical needs, no. If the organization kumbaga provides the what is required, no, by the law, what is required by the law, no, to be provided to the employee, di ba? During my college days, my thesis was about um, the personal growth. Employees start taking their own work as a burden only when an organization does not provide any added benefits or advantage which will help in their personal growth. No, basically on my own understanding, this personal growth focuses on the physical needs of the employee, diba? If they are given um, parang leaves, bonuses, and some sort of benefits that the organization required by the law to provide for their employee. Methods of development, competency development area, and the methods. No? Decision making skills, we have the business game and case study. This is it enhance this decision making skills of a certain employee. Interpersonal skills, we have the role playing and sensitivity training. This is about more on the behavioral aspect, on how they certain employee react in a certain situation, how they respond. Job knowledge, on-job training, experience, coaching. Ito yung mga knowledge nila doon sa kanilang trabaho. Organizational knowledge, job rotation, multiple management. General knowledge, special course, special meeting, specific reading. And special individual needs is we have the special project, committee assignment. Next one is the systematic approach to training. We have the first is the established training requirements. Dapat we ask that is it this training ba is mandatory to all, or it should be voluntarily? Is this training ba for the newly hired employee or for the top manager? Is this training ba for the young ones, or the old ones, this second one is they determine the training needs, we have the TNA, recognizing of prior learning, assessment method, we should assess, minsan in a certain in our office, we have sometimes survey, uh, parang tinatanong, what training do you want to attend, or ano bang mga gusto mong training na i-conduct, or ano bang yung mga lacking skills mo na dapat dapat pagtuunan ng pansin. The cost and benefits, di ba, training nga is expensive, uh, if we spend certain amount of money, what will be our benefit in that training? So the next one is selecting and design, review training materials. We should develop the training materials. We must ensure that the materials meet the competency. Dapat magtutugma siya. Kung yung training natin is about leadership, lahat yun is about leadership. Huwag mong insertan ng iba. Even kahit yung icebreaker niya is more on leadership rin, mga ganong style. So conduct administered training. We must ensure the availability of the yung mag-attend ng training, is the location ba or the venue conducive for learning, the number of attendees, most probably kinakandak yung training during weekends or holidays, diba? To ensure that everybody can attend, or most of them can attend. So the last one is the evaluate, ito yung pinaka-important na part is the evaluation, did that strategic purpose of the training meet ba yung yung desired purpose ng training? How well the participants like the particular program? Did they understand and absorb all the learnings? Yung mga ganong during the evaluation. So next slide is about yung TNA is about training need assessment. Training need assessment is a method of determining if the training need exists, and if does, what training is required to fill the gap. Training need assessment seeks to identify the accurately the level of the present situation in the target survey, interview, observation, secondary data, and or workshop. The gap between the present status and desired status may indicate problems that in turn can be translated into a training need. So training need equals to desired capability minus the current capability of the participants. The TNA process, reasons to pressure points because of the lack of basic skills, poor performance, customer requests, new products, new jobs, high performance standards. The outcome is the what training need to be learned, who receives the training, type of training, frequency training, how training should be evaluated, no? We have the organizational analysis, no, in the TNA process. The organizational analysis involves considering the context in which training will occur. The factors need to be considered. Number one is does the manager ba or our manager support the training, or does the people ba in the organization or in the lower manager um, also support the idea, di ba? Dapat may support of managers and peers for the training activity. Uh, is training ba, the usefulness of the training, no? Does it fits ba the organization need, no? Is it uh, the training that the organization must conduct ba, or baka redundant na yan kasi those trainings na are na-conduct na before, no? Or it is not that effective. Uh, and pinaka-important talaga is the training resources availability, no? May budget ba tayo dyan to conduct a training, no? Yan yung mga factors to be considered. The second one is the task analysis. Identify the important tasks and knowledge, skills, and behavior that need to be emphasized in training in order for employee to complete their task, no? Dapat i-highlight dito during the training ano yung mga lacking skills nila, so that it should be included in the module, di ba? For them to realize and learn na dapat ito pala yung dapat nilang malaman. So, person analysis, determining whether performance efficiency result from lack of knowledge, skills, or ability, or from motivation or work design problem. Identify who needs the training. Sino ba yung tao na nangangailangan ng training, no? So, yun. The readiness for training. Employee has the personal characteristic, ability, attitudes, belief, and motivation necessary to learn the program content and apply it on their job. The working environment will facilitate the learning and will not interfere with the performance. So, how can a manager ensure the employee readiness to training? Ensure employee staff efficiency, understand the benefits of the training, be aware of the training needs, career interests, and goals, understand the work environment characteristic, ensure the basic employee basic skills level, also considered input, output, consequences, and feedback, no? Ito, no, dapat i-consider talaga natin yung yun nga, kung ano yung mga prior knowledge ng ating mga employee, kasi minsan baka yung pinaano natin na training sa kanila is they cannot relate, kumbaga, no? Create a learning environment. Employee needs to know why they should learn, use their own experience as a basis for learning, have opportunities to practice, receive feedbacks, learn by observing and interacting with others, undergo a well-coordinated and arranged training program. No, the best, kumbaga, in applying our learning is that the best for us to understand certain situation, no, is for us to relate, di ba? Kung we example our, di ba, own experience na nakaka-relate tayo masyado, and we have opportunities to practice, no? Dapat binibigyan natin ng door yung certain employee to practice what they have learned, no? For them to, kumbaga, feel motivated, and then they feel that ganito pala yung pakiramdam if you apply what you have learned. Receive feedbacks, no? In receiving feedback, so you give advice to them na you did well, or something na kailangan may konting ano pa, idagdag ka pa doon sa ano ginawa mo, mga ganon, in a nice way. Kasi minsan if we give feedbacks, dapat medyo maganda yung pagkasabi natin, kasi nakaka-disappoint din kung medyo negative yung binibigay nating feedbacks, no? So, selecting training methods, we have the presentation methods, the classroom instruction, distance learning, audiovisual, which we are all familiar naman. Hands-on method, we have the on-the-job training, self-directed training, apprenticeship, simulation, business games, and case studies, behavior modeling, interactive video, e-learning. We have the group building methods, adventure learning, team learning, or team building, action learning. So, reasons for evaluating the training. So, to identify the program strength and weaknesses, no? Yeah, was it effective, or was it not? To access whether the content and the content, organization, and administration of the program contributes to the learning and use of the training content on the job. Yun, na-apply ba nila yung natutunan nila doon sa trabaho or hindi. To identify which trainees benefited most or least from the training. Sino bang mas nag-learn doon sa training, no, at sinong hindi. Compare the cost and benefits of different training programs. So as to choose the best program, no, for us to evaluate din on the expenses that we incurred during the training, so that next time medyo makaka-save tayo, or at least man lang less cost yung training na ika-conduct natin. And in conclusion, training and development is necessary for both trainer and trainee. The trainer, the company, would want to make its staff more efficient and highly competitive in the market. They want their employees knows about the latest trend and technologies and use them for the organization's success. Wabadu, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for listening.